Alright, so in Chapter 7, Section 4, what we're looking at is partial fraction decomposition. The book talks about it, and it states that what we're doing is we are just making a rational expression look different. We're breaking it up into two components. If your path is calculus, this will come in handy when we start doing integration. We're going to be typically be dealing with no more than a quadratic in the denominator. Most likely they're just going to be some type of linear factors in the denominator. And so when we do this, if we have linear factors, we would just put a over a linear factor. You can put b or a2 over another linear factor. Now, if one is repeated, you would have to do it again. For each unique linear factor, you have to add a new coefficient. If a unique factor is squared, you have to add an additional term for it. So we're going to look at some examples, look at some of the problems in WebAssign to hopefully help with this section. I want to look at number 1. Number 1 was something that had two unique linear factors, x minus 3 and x plus 4. So I'll show you in the supplement how to get the 4's on top. I also wanted to look at one that had the same linear factor but squared. You would break this one up into an x minus 7 and then the x minus 7 squared. So all we're doing is we're making these rational expressions look different. And they also had one trickier one that I'm going to point you on a direction. Notice when they did this one down here, this one had two linear factors, an x and an x minus 3. They broke it up to an a and a b. They didn't find what a and b was because it says do not solve, but it was an a and a b. That's a little different than how your book's notating it. They're calling it a1, a2, but we will be using a's and b's and c's, or that's what I'll be doing in the supplement videos. So we'll be looking at number 1, breaking this one up, also number 3, breaking it up, and number 4, how to break it up. And we'll get you started on most of these.